The sun rises behind the trees, flocks of ducks roaming in pastures. This has become a familiar sight in many Asian countries. But have you ever wondered how these ducks, or even billions of ducks each year, end up on our plates? Is it all from idyllic rural scenes, or is there a colossal production process behind it, with astonishing technological intervention? In the context of globalization and increasing food demand, the duck farming industry is no longer confined to green pastures. Instead, it is witnessing a silent revolution where technology and machinery are reshaping how we produce duck meat and eggs. In this video, let's explore duck farming technology and egg harvesting. Unlike many people's perception of a traditional duck farm with vast grazing areas, where ducks freely forage in freshly harvested rice fields or drift on water. In developed countries like Russia, France, and Canada, ducks are often raised in enclosed housing systems designed to control every microclimatic factor. However, in developing countries, traditional methods still prevail. The natural characteristics of ducks make it more challenging to raise them in enclosed pens compared to chickens. They are messier, prefer water, and need space to move. An ideal duck would live in a pasture with ample space to explore and access water sources. A duck's body is perfectly adapted by nature: webbed feet for swimming, waterproof feathers, and a downy layer for warmth in harsh winters. These features give ducks significant advantages over other poultry species, especially their superior disease resistance. They are healthier, good at foraging, and easy to raise, particularly in wetlands where they tend to gather in large flocks. These are the fundamental qualities that have driven the duck industry's development over decades. You might see a warehouse filled with bags of feed, all to meet the enormous daily consumption needs of the duck flock. A farmer might have to carry 3 to 5 bags of feed to the fields for them. This is strenuous work. An inherent drawback of ducks, when raised on a balanced diet, is the high amount of wasted feed. Their shovel-shaped beaks make feeding inefficient, as they cannot consume all the provided food. This subtly increases production costs, explaining why duck meat and eggs are often more expensive than chicken. However, ducks also have a significant advantage. They can yield satisfactory productivity even when feed quality is not optimal. Therefore, in addition to supplementary feed, ducks are often led to the fields in the morning to forage during harvest season and return home in the afternoon. After about 29 days of incubation, the eggs will hatch. At this point, the facility owner will select the healthiest breeds for breeding purposes. In advanced farms, day-old ducklings are delivered weekly. They are kept warm for up to 14 days using specialized heating lamps and are provided with special starter feed. Furthermore, stringent vaccination programs are implemented to prevent common poultry diseases, ensuring the health of the young ducklings. After a period of careful rearing in warm shelters, healthy ducklings gradually acclimate to new feed and the outdoor environment, including exposure to water and natural sunlight. Finally, they will be transported by farmers to the fields to begin their grazing and foraging process in the natural environment. In Southeast Asian countries, indigenous ducks have been widely raised for centuries for meat or eggs. Notably, in Indonesia and the Philippines, ducks are primarily raised for eggs. Duck meat, on the other hand, is mainly consumed by the Chinese, Hong Kong, Japanese, and Korean communities, and most of it is imported from Asia. Approximately 40% of global duck meat imports go to these three countries. Singapore, with about 30 million USD annually, is the largest importer of live ducks for processing. Duck manure is another important byproduct, offering high economic value, whether sold directly by farmers or used as fertilizer for crops. Feathers can also be collected and sold. In integrated farming systems, other byproducts like eggshells can be reused as supplementary feed for other farm animals, creating an efficient closed-loop cycle. Duck farming is an indispensable part of the poultry industry in Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam. We see two main forms of duck farming: fixed farming, where ducks graze around the village and are protected at night near homes, and mobile farming, where ducks are moved between freshly harvested rice fields, staying there for 1 to 2 days to scavenge for leftover food. In rice-growing countries, the symbiosis between duck and rice production is a miracle of nature. Free-range ducks act as effective natural predators against insects and snails, significantly reducing pests. The role of ducks as predators and natural fertilizer producers has sustainably increased rice yields. Integrating ducks into rice farming has also helped farmers cope with the impacts of climate change while limiting the use of chemical pesticides. Therefore, this technique allows the produced rice to be sold at higher prices in the market. Additionally, farmers often combine duck farming with fish farming, creating an integrated farming system that brings sustainable development to small farming households. Despite the clear benefits, some farmers still worry that young ducklings can destroy young crops. Moreover, when crops begin to bear fruit, it's time to drive the ducks away to prevent damage. A duck doesn't lay an egg every day, but most will lay continuously throughout winter without any supplementary light. Astonishingly, you can expect about 250 to 325 eggs per year from a healthy laying duck. Farmers also have to closely monitor the breeding process to avoid losing eggs, as ducks can lay anywhere in the field without a specific schedule or location. Egg harvesting relies entirely on the meticulous observation of farmers. After collection, eggs are usually sold directly to traders and production facility owners right in the field. Loyal duck herding dogs act as companions to farmers, protecting the flock from dangers. Regardless of the complex terrain, they always try to stay close to the ducks. At the end of the day, before loading the ducks back onto the truck, farmers recheck the count in case any ducks are stuck in the rice fields. A typical organic rice farm would require a lot of labor for weeding and maintaining soil health. But the natural movement of ducks not only helps control weeds, but also naturally aerates and fortifies the soil. This reduction in manual labor allows farmers to diversify their production base and potentially command higher prices from the attractive organic food market. This is a little-known operational secret about the dual benefits of integrated farming. In Thailand, some farmers have taken a bold step, switching to the Barbary duck breed, a breed introduced by the royal family due to its unique meat quality and year-round availability, which is a key factor in convincing customers. Each Barbary duck can weigh up to 8 kilograms, but to reach this weight, they need about 65 to 85 days to grow, whereas other duck breeds only require about 45 days. This means fewer production cycles per year. However, Barbary duck meat commands a higher price, around 3.21 USD/kg, indicating significant economic potential. A typical workday for a farmer at a duck farm in northern Mexico often begins very early. The first task of the day is to check the health of the duck flock, ensuring all feeders are full and covered with clean straw. Additionally, adjusting the pen temperature to keep the ducks comfortable as the outside temperature changes is a crucial factor. At the end of the day, thorough cleaning is performed to ensure hygiene standards are maintained on the farm. When ducks reach 6 or 7 weeks of age, they are ready to be sent to the slaughterhouse for meat production. Here, the ducks will undergo a process of cleaning, preservation, and then be sold as packaged products. These products will be consumed in the domestic market through retailers and restaurants. In terms of production scale, approximately 68% of farmers raise only one batch per year, while 18% raise 2 batches. Depending on the duck breed and the purpose of rearing, the number of workers involved in the process can range from 1 to 7, depending on the flock size. Farmers often live in tents with their families to facilitate cooking and storing extra feed for the ducks. Sadly, the lives of farmers are not only arduous in caring for ducks, but also fraught with health risks. Prolonged exposure to ammonia and dust from manure, feed, feathers, and other particles puts them at risk of respiratory diseases such as chronic bronchitis, asthma, rhinitis, and eye irritation. So, have you ever imagined what a modern duck farm would look like, where technology changes everything? Imagine a colossal housing system, where every factor is tightly controlled by computers. Sophisticated sensors constantly monitor temperature, humidity, and ammonia levels, automatically adjusting ventilation fans and cooling systems to create an optimal living environment. Automated feeding systems deliver precisely calculated nutritional portions to each duck, minimizing waste and maximizing growth efficiency. Clean water is filtered and continuously flows through automatic drinkers. This is a revolution in duck farming. You might wonder, is the combination of high technology and traditional methods the key to the future? Or will we witness a complete shift towards a closed-loop industrial model? Share your thoughts on these discoveries in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next fascinating stories about the ever-changing world of agriculture. Thank you for watching.